Welcome back, Portal Masters. SEO Matt here for another day of Skylanders unboxings. Got 2 boxes today, actually, although one of them only has 1 item in it. But we'll get to that one second because that one is for me. But the other box is for you if you want them, if you're willing to purchase them. These will be going in the shop this weekend on Saturday. And we'll see what we got. But Troy, Skylander Midge, Silver Phantom, welcome. Portal Master of Games, welcome. Glad to have you here. Happy New Year as well. So I guess let's just dive into it. We actually have a fair amount to unbox this week. So we'll see what we can find here. Biggie John, glad to have you here. All right. So this box is pretty stuffed full. There wasn't really much packing material, but the box was quite full. So there wasn't really room for packing material. Well, so all that to say, let's hope everything survived. But first up, we have Scarlet and Genie. So your back sword here is a little bit bent, but it's not broken, just bent. That's fixable if you want to. We got a Series 1 Drobot, a Super Shot Stealth Elf, and Scorpion Striker Catapult. Oh man, okay. I know I'm going to have to answer this question about 12 times today from people who are in here right now, people who jump in the middle of it. So remaster rumor. Yeah. Don't put any credence to this right now. By all accounts, it looks fake. To me, the fact that only one person has reported on it, and it's an anonymous source, and they're not confirming anything. Like, no, don't even go there. Don't signal boost them at all. Don't repost stuff. Like, it's not worth it at this point. If something official comes out, if we actually get a remaster or a new game or whatever, like, I'll be sure to report on it. Don't worry. But that's part of the reason I don't report on it now is like I like to feel that I have a reputation for reporting accurate news. And something so unsubstantiated as this claim, no, I'm not going to do it. But if a remaster is real, do you think figure price will go up or down? Honestly, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think anything that happens with the Skylanders franchise is going to skyrocket the prices of the figures. Even if the new game doesn't require figures or a remaster doesn't require figures, I still think that just the mention of Skylanders and something new coming out or even a remaster coming out is going to just reinvigorate the fan base, and people are going to come out of the woodwork and they're going to want to buy the figures. They're going to want to collect the figures. I can't see anything dropping the price of the figures. The absolute only thing that would have the potential, I think, to drop the price is if they said, "Hey, we're going to release a remaster of Spyro's Adventure and then re-release all the figures along with it." Now, that has the potential to drop the price of figures. But even then, not necessarily, because there are going to be some collectors that want the originals. And so assuming that there's a way to differentiate the originals from the second run of them, um, the originals could then become worth more as well. So I just think anything that they do to touch on and create new content for the Skylanders franchise is going to cause the figure price to increase because it's going to renew interest. There's people are going to come out again and start collecting again, and that's how I see it happening. That's my guess. That's my prediction. So I don't think there's anything they can do to drop the price of the figures, really. Um, and yeah, my prediction for like even a remaster, like I said, I wouldn't expect anything to like 2025 at the earliest. If something comes before that, great. I would love to see it, but I'm not expecting it. Big John, yeah, huge damage order. That sucks. It happens. It's part of the job. There's only so much I can control. I can't go pick up every lot personally, although I will be picking up a few lots personally in a few weeks. So that'll be fun. Ardioka, welcome. Portal Master, have a good day. Aristex, Wolfender, welcome, welcome. What else we got here? A lot of folks jumping in. Glad to see you. Bip, what happened to Skylanders? Guess who? Um, I just have so many other projects going on right now. I haven't had the time to jump on Skylanders. Guess who? Um, that'd be a project down the road if it's ever going to happen. All right. Yeah, if they ever do make a remaster, I hope there's an option to use an actual portal. I do too. Like it seems weird that like they may not require figures, but why not allow people who have the figures to use the figures, right? Like that functionality should already be built into the game, even if it's a remaster. So I, my guess would be they would still allow it. They may not require new folks to purchase the figures. Like there'll probably be a digital option for people who don't have the figures just so they can sell the game to more people. But that would make sense to me. Aristex for completing Skylanders accolades need 40 orange. Um, so I believe so the reason they have 40 is for the 32 core Skylanders plus the 8 giants, I believe, is where they come up with the number 40. So it's like one of every character. Um, I'm guessing I don't recall for sure. I'm guessing that the variants would count as separate just because they show up separately in the menu. And then the light core would probably show up separately too. I don't know for sure, but that's my guess. I don't remember. Um, maybe someone in the chat remembers, can help you out with that. Let's see. Recently got Supercharger starter pack for the iPad for $30. Superchargers mobile. I mean, $30 for any starter pack is probably pretty good. I guess that since if it comes for the iPad, it doesn't come with a physical copy of the game though. But yeah, if you're comfortable paying it, it's not a bad deal. Stewified, welcome. Um, yeah, the Switch version doesn't use a portal. It is what it is. They took advantage of the technology that was there. for a system that's supposed to be portable, it makes sense. I thought it was always a little weird they made it for the 3DS. But then, I mean, they did make a portable Portal. All right. Let's keep moving on with the unboxing. How about that? See what else we got in here. Got ourselves a Spitfire and Blastermind. And our first Imaginator. Ooh, shoot. Maybe a little dinged up. Well, we got Aurora. The bent swords aren't the problem, but it's going to be hard to show here. The tips of both swords seem to be missing. And this one seems to have a few bite marks on it. So I think some animal got to this, unfortunately. So this will probably end up in an auction at some point. Not this week, because I already have this week's auction items done. But there will probably be Aurora at auction. Maybe next week. Or no, there's no auctions next week. We'll see. In a couple of weeks. Stewified with the donation. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It doesn't have to be much. I appreciate anything that you're willing to donate, and as an appreciation for my work is even better. But thank you. Thank you. I know you put a lot of work into your stuff as well, so keep up the good work, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Skylanders community sticking together. That's what it's all about, right? So thank you. Thank you, Stu. What else we got in here? Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking there is a pet involved here at some point. So we have a Sunrunner. Once again, this tip has been gnawed away. There's some definite bite marks on there. Hopefully this isn't too much of a theme going into here. But there is Barbella, and her weapon's actually holding on today. So that's good. She can go in the non-damage file. Series 2 Sonic Boom. Aristex, if you put a Series 3 Skylander in Swap Force, would you get a Series 2 with Wow Pow? Well, the Series 3 came out in Swap Force. So no, you would get Series 3 and the Series 3 Wow Pow. If you put a Series 3 in Giants, you would get the Series 2 with the Series 2 Wow Pow. But yeah. Series 3 in Swap Force would just be a normal figure for the most part. If it's a Series 3 from Trap Team, yeah. So basically, if you go to the game before, is going to act as the figure that was released in the previous game, because that's all that game knows. It didn't they didn't send out updates for those games, so it shows you the best it can. Tom, welcome. Kobe, welcome. William, welcome. Glad to have you all here. Looks like we should have a decent amount of Imaginators in this lot, though. There is Pit Boss. But also some damaged Imaginators. Haven't seen that before. Seen a lot of damaged Bad Jujus, but not one with the head completely gone. I'm wondering if I'm going to find the head in the box later. But we have a damaged one. All right. Swapper halves. Got Thumpback. There's another Super Shot Stealth Elf. And a Series 2 Slam Bam. There's a Sea Shadow. William, we got private auctions this week. Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. Yeah. You never know what the schedule. I try to advertise the schedule as soon as I know what it's going to be. And yeah, this month is going to be a little bit weird too. But yes, there will definitely be private auctions this week. I have the auction preview video coming out right after this stream. It's currently scheduled for 3:00, but I don't think this stream will go quite that long. So yeah, I'll release it right when we're wrapping up this stream. So Artioka, I don't know about Figure Focus. It once again, no pun intended, but is not my focus right now. So we'll just have to wait and see. Stu, I don't know how many Prison Breaks I have in stock right now. I don't keep those stock numbers in my head because they change every day. But you can go check on the site, depending which Prison Break you're looking at. Series 1, Series 2, Series 3, Light Core. They're all up there, and the numbers I have in stock are right there on the page. So that's the best info I can give you right now. All right. We got ourselves a Jetstream. Wings still work. And it's actually a second Pit Boss. Now his staff is a little bent. It's like pointing forward instead of sideways. But I'm not seeing any cracks. So I think it's just bent, which is good. Very good news. So, second Pit Boss. We'll take that. There is a Slobbertooth. And Hurricane Jetback. Leaning a little bit, but I don't know who designed this and thought it was a good idea. But this figure, even when it's standing up straight, doesn't want to stand up. Like, it's one of the most poorly designed figures, if you ask me. Like, I don't know who approved it, but I have a feeling this one is kind of leaning this way, and there's no way this is going to stand up. Yeah, it's going to fall right over every time. Like, I almost feel, well, no, I should probably try to bend it back first. But if I can't, like, almost feels like it should go in the damaged pile just because it won't stand up straight. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. There is Series 2 Drill Sergeant. William, thank you for not putting me at fault, but still, I understand it sucks. Yeah, Stu, it definitely tells you exactly how many are in stock, so you can go check that out. Aristex, what do you mean update for Imaginators completing? I'm not quite sure what you're asking. I mean, all the Imaginators figures are on the site. I'm not sure what else you're wondering if I'm going to add. Troy needs Pit Boss. Awesome. Enigma is kind of top heavy. Yeah. I mean, there's other figures that are top heavy for sure, but they're not balancing on one leg. Like that's my biggest problem with this. He only has one touch point here, whereas Enigma may only have one leg down, but then also has the staff. So he has 2 points. So yeah, that's what I'm going after. Like there's only 1 point. He's top heavy, and as soon as he leans one direction, he's not going to stand up at all. Um, yeah. Speaking of which, are some of the worst design figures. I I want to get into this someday, and kind of give you my rankings of figure design because I definitely have some thoughts on that, but that's something that's going to take a while to put together and go through all the figures and rank them and such. So I do want to get back to creating YouTube videos at some point, but like I said, the shop just became a priority so quickly and it just exploded that I had to focus on that and put all my time and energy into that. And now, as I set up some systems and get some help with employees and such, um, I can get some of my time back, hopefully, and find some time to do other things, more entertainment related things. Straw Desert, welcome. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Um, Stu, yeah, the channel's more for the shop. Would you ever consider making Skylanders gaming channel? So, I mean, if I were to gaming, like I have thought about that actually. If it would make sense to make separate channel for uh the shop, like I think I would actually spin off the shop into a second channel and just have, the shop update and the auction videos and stuff like that over there. Um, and then any entertainment based Skylanders content, whether that's playing the games or just talking about the games or figure design rankings and stuff like that, would be on the other or this channel most likely. Um, but once again, that all revolves around me actually having time to create that other content. Like content creation can be a full-time job in and of itself. Many of you know that. If you want to do it right, if you want to do it on a regular basis and do it consistently and do it well, it can be a full-time gig. And if you don't have anybody helping you, I mean, yeah, it's I mean, the shop right now is a full-time gig. Not for me, but for STL Jillian as well. So it's it's a lot. It's a lot. All right. More figures. Man, there are a few duplicates in here. But there is another Spitfire. We got my boy Camo. More Swapper halves. Chopper. Series 1, obviously. Um Boombringer. You're the second person to reach out to me about my email titles recently. Um but no, the idea behind it, like I'm not trying to lie to you, but I am trying to get you to open up the email because it is a big thing that is happening with the shop that we have never done before. We are literally shutting down for a week. You will not be able to place orders for a week. Like we will not be answering emails for a week. Like we are shutting down for a week. Um so yeah, that exactly. That email made you read it and that was the point. Like I needed people to read it. So when I go away and next week or 2 weeks or week and a half or whatever it is now, um, that people aren't shocked and confused that the shop isn't up and running. I want people to know where I am in that sense, or where I'm not going to be. Um, and so yeah, I feel it's only clickbait if it's if the it's the bait and switch, right? If I said, "Hey, we're shutting down," and then you open the email and it's like, "Ah, just kidding. Buy my stuff." Like that's that's clickbait. That's getting you to click on the email just so you can do something else with that audience. Um, but in this case, we are shutting down for a limited time, and I need people to know that. So, I'm glad you found it funny. I'm glad you did. Yeah, that's if I can introduce some humor along with relevant news. There we go. I'm doing my job. Dutch Skylanders Hunter. Huge fan of you most time of the time. Unfortunately, I cannot do these streams live. I totally understand that with the time difference there. One of the reasons I started collecting Skylanders again. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad we can get more people back into it. That's good to hear. What else we got in here? We got, oh, here we go. Let's make it official. There's our tree Rex. It's not a lot unless you get a tree Rex. So, official lot, folks. We also got a Series 2 Hex and Wind Up. Underrated. Time Blitz, welcome. Gummy Lord, welcome. Glad to have you here. Straw Desert, you're in the same boat. Getting back into it. Yep. Yep. I'm glad to see more people getting back into it. I mean, it's good for me. It's good for the franchise. And, who knows who's watching? Activision's watching and seeing more people get back into it. We'll see. Toxic, what is the one for me? We haven't gotten there yet. That's in box number 2. So yeah, we're gonna we'll get there. Don't worry. But gotta get through box number 1 first. Got Series 1 Zap and Hothead. Here is Swarm. Looking like we might get all the Giants today. Deep Dive Gil Grunt. Series 2 Wrecking Ball. Another Imaginator here. There is Taekwon Crow. Series 2 Blizzard Chill. There is Snapshot. Seems to be intact today. Survived the trip. Got Fright Rider. Here's another one that doesn't, I mean, it actually stands up better than Hurricane Jetvac, but once again, only has that one point of contact. And it's on the back end of things, but it doesn't bend as, I feel this doesn't bend as much as Hurricane Jetvac does. And it's not quite as heavy either. More Swapper halves. There's a C Trophy. Let's see. Yeah, Myconoid actually hasn't picked up the food fights in a while. So there's food fights in the shop right now, and they're starting to pile up again. Straw Desert, I mean, Robo, yeah, there's a possibility of someday. Yawn traps we have never had in the shop. I mean, they would be auction items, but I still need 2 yawn traps for my own collection. So we got to hit those first. So unless I get a light yawn trap, like I already have one of those in my collection. So if I get another one, it'll go up for sale. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Uh, what country are we planning on doing next? So Australia is happening this month in January. I should have that out hopefully by the end of the week. We should have Australia up and running. Um, in February, we're doing Spain. And past that, I don't know yet. But I am going to try to add one new country every month, at least one. We'll see what we have time for. But if things go well, maybe we can ramp up that schedule. We'll see. We'll see. Um, how long do I think I'll be streaming? I honestly don't know. I would guess maybe around the hour mark, so maybe another 30 minutes, but it depends how many people are in the chat. And right now the chat is pretty hopping. We got 30 people in here on a Wednesday afternoon. I mean, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Glad to see it. And glad to see the chat going at it, but that does slow down my unboxing, so I'm okay with that though. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Stewify going for the prism breaks. Fair enough. Do I think Breeze is auction worthy at this point? I mean, potentially. The thing is, I'm trying not to turn everything into an auction item. Like, I already have a backlog of auction items. I have, Wildstorm and Chompy Mage and Thrillipede waiting to be auctioned off. And if I add another figure and say, oh, now Breeze is only going to be in auctions, like these things are never going to be auctioned off, and they're just going to be sitting here on a shelf wasting away. Like, what's the point in that? I'd rather get them in the hands of collectors rather than just me hoarding them. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it kind of falls into that classification. Yes, I agree. But by that mark, I mean, we could do Spotlight and Blackout as auction items too. We could probably even do Echo. And like I said, I just don't want to make every item an auction item. Toxic. We doing Nordic countries anytime soon? Possibly. I've asked people for suggestions of like where should I go next? And usually when I ask, I don't get a lot of responses. Like that's how I got Spain. I got like 2 people telling me, "Hey, Spain would be cool." I'm like, "Okay, Spain's next." So yeah, any Nordic country in particular? There's a few of them out there. I might be able to lump them together. I'd have to check and see if shipping prices are different for those countries or not, but I'm guessing they're pretty close together, so they're probably similar in price at least. Going to the Netherlands. I mean, yeah. Let me know. Let me know. Where should I go next? Tom. Wait, you got Clutch? Where'd you? How have I not heard about this? Where'd you find it? I would love to get my hands on a copy of that book. Like, yeah, I'm thrilled with my Strata book, but yeah, I still need to get my hands on Clutch. It would be Clutch. All right, Sweden. We can add that to the list for sure. And let's see. Good lots get snatched in 30 minutes. When Afghanistan, I don't know. You see, and then people start throwing out suggestions like that. I had a buddy of mine start suggesting countries just based on their name. And like he wanted me to ship to Djibouti. And I'm like, I could, but are there actually any Skylanders collectors there? Like, I need someone who actually lives there to say, yes, I would like to purchase from your site, not someone in the US telling me, hey, you should ship here. Like, that doesn't make sense. That's not worth my time. But yeah, okay, Netherlands is a good idea. Fair enough. Oh, Tom, if you find another one, either let me know or at least just honestly buy it up and I'll buy it from you. Like that's something I just want for my collection. Andy, always wonder to make shop update videos, everything in the video being added to what you've already got in the shop, or is that everything that's in the shop? So no, the shop update videos are just what is being added to the shop. Um, there are literally thousands of items in the shop right now, and I usually add. Most weeks are between 500 to 1,000 items that we add on Saturday. I mean, like last week, I think was less, and I've had weeks where we've added more than 1,000 items in a week. But yeah, the video is just what is new to the shop that week. What like all the items that we are physically adding to the shop. Um, so some of those items may already be in stock. Some of them were out of stock and we're adding them. But yeah, it's basically everything that came in that week, and we are adding it to the shop inventory. So yeah, that's what those shop update videos are. All right. Oh, Coming Clean Gaming is from Sweden. Good to know. Good to know. Sounds like Sweden and the Netherlands are definitely moving up the list. Tom, yes. Talk to me later. You know how to get a hold of me. I also know how to get a hold of you. But yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. All right. Ooh, do shop reset times show on the website? So the shop reset, the shop update is the same time every week. It's Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Saturday, 1 p.m. Central Time. It's posted in the newsletter. It's posted in the shop update video on the first and last screen of the video. It gives the exact time and date that it's going to happen. If you come shortly before the update and try to access the website, there'll be it's basically a maintenance screen that says, "Hey, something's happening. Check back at 1 p.m. Central Time because that's when the update is going to happen." Um, so yeah, I try to make it easy. Same time, same date every week. Saturday, 1 p.m. Central Time. That's when it's going to happen, and that's why things sell out so quickly. Is because a lot of my regulars know exactly what time it's happening and they're there right at 1 p.m. and they buy out all the rare stuff. So, yeah. Um yeah, Andy, you got it right. Stu, maybe a dumb question, but will customized Skylanders be available? Legendary Prison Break, but of course regular in game. I'm not quite sure what you're asking, Stu. Um Yeah, I'm gonna need some more specifics, I think. Skylander Geek, welcome. Skylander collecting is going very well. Let's talk gaming. Welcome, welcome. Time Blitz, would I ever want to open a physical location? Yes. This is I, I don't usually talk about bucket list items, but if I had a bucket list, opening a physical shop of any sort is on my bucket list. Like for a while, I thought it might be like a used game store. Um, I thought it would be a board game store for a while. And now I'm coming back to like Skylanders or a used game store again. And so like it's possible. I talked about this briefly in the newsletter like 2 weeks ago. Um, like my latest thought is, what if I open up a physical space? I would use it as a retail store for Skylanders. I would use it as my warehouse for the Skylanders that I buy and sell. Um, and then potentially opening up a third section in there as like a Skylanders museum. And like that would just give me more reason to have a physical space. It would be more of a destination. And I think it would be really fun. Because I mean that's kind of what I'm here to do is I'm all about the collecting of the figures and the history behind them, and like it all kind of makes sense to me. And so yes, I think that someday I will have a physical location. When that is or where that is remains to be seen, and exactly what that looks like, who knows? Um, but yes, I I do want to make that happen at some point. What about having that in the shop section? Well, the question is where would I put it in the shop section? Um, I do I have it in the FAQ? I wonder if it should be in the FAQ if I don't already have it there, but we'll see. We'll see. Chad, your mom just ordered a Spyro figure. How much would it pay to get the tech swapper? If I'm reading that right. Um, there's two tech swappers, so it depends if you're talking about Spy Rise or Magna Charge. And Magna Charge, I think right now goes around like $10. Spy Rise, I think, is around 6 plus shipping, of course. But yeah, you can check exact prices on the site. They're always listed there, even if they're out of stock. Yeah, a whole store filled with Skylanders would be awesome. I think so. Straw Desert would love to visit a physical shop again. Yes, yes, yes. Stufied. Ooh, clarification. In order for something that could be painted or 3D printed to a Skylander that someone could request and then buy. Hmm. That's getting complicated there. I mean, one, I would need an army of customizers, or at least one dedicated person, and that's not me. Um, to paint or print these custom Skylanders. Um, yeah, that would be tricky. That would be tricky. I don't see that happening anytime soon. Andy, we still don't get a lot of orders to the UK. We regularly every week now are getting orders to Canada. I've said if Canada was a state, it would be the most ordering state. Like I even looked it up. There's like 39 million people in California. There's like 35 million people in all of Canada. So it's not out of the question to compare them. And Canada gets more orders than California. So Canada is doing very well. The UK, I think I've still only gotten like less than a dozen orders overall in the past few months. So I I thought there would be a lot more interest in the UK. Maybe just people don't know about it. Do I need to tell more people about it? Can you tell more people about it? I don't know. But yeah, I've been a little bit disappointed by the results of the UK shipping. I thought I had more people requesting it, but we'll see. Maybe it's the cost too, because it does cost more to ship to the UK, and that's what I was worried about. That's why I'm rolling this out slowly. Like I still don't know if it actually makes sense to. I mean, Australia is going to be the big test because Australia is going to be like halfway around the world. It's going to take the longest amount of time. I think it's going to be the most expensive. And so we'll see if we actually get orders from Australia or not. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see. You would fly to the US just to visit my store. You say that now, but have you looked at ticket prices? It's not necessarily cheap to fly over here. Um, Chad, you have a quick question. Could I make a 3D print of it? I have no means of making a 3D print of the characters. I have no way of doing that. No. Um, it'd be awesome if we could, but I don't have any means of doing that right now. Not any more than you do. I would have to go to some third party service and maybe we could get it done, but yeah, I don't have any means of doing that. Yeah, there we go. Another vote for my museum idea. I like it. Okay, it is in the FAQ. Glad to know I at least at least got it there. Um, am I ever going to update the chase variant images? Yes. Yes, I will. I mean, some of the problem is just getting my hands on the figures, which I'm working on. Um, but yes, I am working on getting better pictures of all the figures, including all the chase variants, so they can look pretty, just like all the other figures. So yeah, I will definitely do that. If I did get a IRL shop, it would most likely be in Wisconsin, just because that would be convenient for me. I mean, whether I'm like I would like to run the shop or at least be able to run the shop. And so it wouldn't like I live in Wisconsin. So it wouldn't make sense to open a shop in California because I would never be able to get out there and actually see the shop and hang out at the shop and stuff like that. So it would only make sense to put it in Wisconsin. Um, Courtney, have I heard from Earthen Avenger lately? He pops into streams once in a while, but I haven't talked to him like outside of the streams really. So, all right, all right. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Museum idea. Yep. Awesome. Awesome. Glass cases with each Skylander inside, a row for each element, walls. Yep. I think we have some of the same ideas. Like I have visions of this in my head of what it could be, but I think it's also going to be expensive. Not only to just open up a retail space, but then to um, design and furnish a museum type space the way I want to. Like it's not gonna be cheap, I don't think. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, the UK shipping is just way too expensive. I I did my best. Like that's cheaper than it used to be. Um like the cheapest shipping starts at like 12.99 and goes up from there. Um and that's what I was worried about. The, earlier the best shipping I could get was $25 per like at the lowest level instead of the 12.99. So like I like cut the price in half even. And you see, this is what I'm saying. You're still telling me it's too expensive. Um, and so yeah, it's always going to be cheaper locally. I get that, and that's why I hesitated to do it in the first place. Is because I know it's expensive, and it for most people it doesn't make sense to order from me, even though the prices of my figures look good. Um, once you add in the cost of shipping and everything, and if there's any customs fees or VAT or whatever it is, um, it just makes it really, really expensive. And so I'm willing to try a few more countries But if I keep getting the same results with people not ordering and telling me it's too expensive, like, I'm just gonna have to back off of it. So, we'll see what happens. Yeah, physical store would be great. Yeah, used game stores that have inaccurate prices. Yes. A lot of them don't do their research, and they just say, like, "We're gonna charge $10 per figure." Like, "Tree Rex for $10." I'm like, "No. No, that's not how it works." Museum idea sounds like ideal setup for YouTube. Interesting. Yeah, very costly. Yes. I and that's where we may have to work on some way of, like, crowdfunding it or something and see if we can get it to work that way, or I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to work on it. Is there a way on your site, if you want, you can pick, oh, to have the Skylander already maxed out? We do not have that as an option right now. Right now, I reset all the figures, um, because I found that I think the last time I took a poll on this, like 80% of the people wanted the figures reset, and so that makes the most sense. We have thought about adding an option to get figures unreset or possibly maxed out. Maxed out would be a little bit tougher. Like, I might actually have to put in some time and effort playing the figures to max them out. Um, but if I did that, then, like, I'd have to charge extra for them too. So I guess that'd be the question. Would you pay extra to have a figure maxed out? If so, that might be an option. But right now it's not. No. Um, Skylander Geek, do we have any to unbox? Yeah, we're actually in the middle of an unboxing. I just get distracted by the chat here, especially when we have so many good people and so many good questions. Which I love talking with you guys about this stuff. So I'm just gonna keep going and going and going, obviously. Um, what would the shipping fee be for the Netherlands? That I don't know, and that's why I can't just open up every country immediately. Like, I have to do a little bit of research and get some of the prices out there. Um, if I had to guess, I think the prices would probably be similar to what I'm currently charging for the UK. I think it's going to be very similar prices. I can't say they'll be exactly the same, but I think it's going to be roughly the same. All right, let's get a few more figures out here. And kind of all kinds of swapper halves that aren't matching right now. But we got a Grave Clobber and Light Core Countdown. Series 3 Knockout Terrafin. Voodoo. And there is Airstrike. He's intact today. Got his little feather back there. Yeah, looking good. A few more Imaginators. Got ourselves Boom Bloom. And Ambush. There's Crusher. And the Shark Tank. Robert, have a copy of the first game for PC. We can't find any listings. What do you think it'd be worth? I mean, you have to find the right buyer. Because a lot of people don't want to play it on PC right now. So it's probably going to be a collector, and it's really up to what they're willing to pay for it. I mean, you could try charging in the, 50 to $75 realm, where the game would have originally come out with all the figures if you have the complete starter pack, especially, and see if anybody's willing to pay that. Um, but yeah, it's there's probably not a lot of copies of it out there, but I think there's also not a lot of people that are looking to buy it. So I don't know how much you'll be able to get for it. But yeah, if I were trying to sell it, I'd probably slap like a yeah, I'd probably put it up for auction, and I would slap like a $50 minimum bid on it if that price works for you. I don't know how much you paid for it. But I would try that and see if it sells. If you're okay selling it for 50 bucks. Grave Clobber, I I don't have nearly as much problem with Grave Clobber standing up. He's definitely top heavy, but he has, you know, 2 points on the base that he can stand on at least. So, um, Martin, sometimes creation crystals have good figures inside. Yeah, I didn't usually save those characters. We usually reset them yet. Um, can you see Magna Charge swap with any Skylander? I don't care which other swapper. I I mean, I don't currently have a Magna Charge sitting right here, so no, I can't swap it at the moment. Would there any possible way to get half of a swapper? Skylander Geek, possibly, yes, if I have it available. What are you looking for? I have what's grown now to be 2 shelves of, abandoned swapper halves that are waiting for their pairs, and I will gladly sell, like, if you just need one half of a common figure, I'm willing to send it to you for the cost of shipping. If you're placing another order, I usually just will toss it in with that order. Um, basically, I just don't wanna lose money on it. So, but yeah, I'm willing to help out with swapper halves if I have them available. But yeah, let me know what you're looking for. Um, fair enough, Straw Desert, yeah. Graveclopper, I mean, I guess I have seen a few that are bent back ever so slightly, and so they'll tip over, but we'll see. We'll see. You're looking for Rattle? Just a moment. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I currently have 16 rattles. For some reason, I keep getting the top half of Rattleshake and not the bottom half. I have 16 rattles. So yes, um, I'd be happy to send you one if you're willing to pay shipping, or if you're putting in another order. Um, just let me know how that goes. But yeah, I have plenty of rattles. There you go, Courtney. That's another one. Dr. Cortex is always leaning and falls over. Absolutely. I agree on that one. All right, more figures, more figures. We got High Volt and a legendary igniter. Hey, Stu, you still around? There's a series 2 Prison Break. Did we decide if you're going for all the Prison Breaks or just one of them in particular? Got a series 2 Hog Wild Frino. There's Dino Rang. Got a Griffin Park Observatory. And Sharkshooter Terrafin. Had to think on that one for a minute. Sharkshooter Terrafin. Yeah, Skylander Geek. Yeah, I would love to reunite another Rattleshake. He is the best swapper after all. Stu going for all the prison breaks now. Okay. All right. There's a Series 1 bash. That's Scorp. Oh, there's a match. I have the other half of you somewhere here. Make sure you're not broken, though. All right. So there we go. Hoot Loop. And a bouncer. There's Lobstar. Series 2 Trigger Happy. Getting down towards the bottom of this. Series 1 Bumble Blast. Series 1 Shroom Boom. Hagley. What is the rarest Skylanders Chase variant I have? Okay, specifically Chase variant. I guess I would still have to say it's probably my clear start. No, maybe the Rock Candy Pinata. Either Rock Candy Pinata or Clear Starcast right back here. I know there's some glare on them right now. I need to fix that, but one of those is probably the rarest Chase variant. Not. I mean, it's hard to say. Pearl Hex is up there too, but I also have an E3 Spyro, which is the new pride and joy of my collection. So yeah, that's the way to go about it. My E3 Spyro, it doesn't get any more rare than that. So, how would I know that the order is you? Yeah, just let me know when you place the order. Send me email with the order number and say, hey, I would like Rattle sent along with this. Or actually, there's a notes section in the when you're placing the order during the checkout process. You can leave a note in there and just say, "Hey, this is Skylander Geek. Could you send a Rattle along with this?" And we'll get that figured out. But yeah, just let me know one way or another, and we'll get it sorted out. Chad, I can't show you all the swapper halves right now, but I can if you follow me on Twitter at SCLMatt, we can make that happen over there later today. I can give you an update of the swapper halves. We got Series 3 Ninja Stealth Elf. Got Bone Bash Roller Brawl. And Smash Hit. Yeah, red camo's up there too for best chase variant. Okay, I think I just have a bunch of swapper halves in this box. We'll have to see if I can match them up from the have shelf. We got Series 1 Star Strike. Another swapper half. Legendary Slam Bam. Somehow, Hot Dog survived at the bottom of the box. Series 2 Lightning Rod. Tri-Tip. Whoa. Don't throw them around too much. And we got Ember. Their little droopy swords again. Got Series 2 Zap. And the last figure in this box, Tide Pool. So a lot of good stuff going on there. Yeah, Straw Desert, Bone Bash Roller Brawl, top notch. Roller Brawl in general, absolutely. Do I get a lot of in-game variants? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I get in-game variants every week. I didn't really get too many in this lot, I guess. Oh, we got the legendary Slam Bam. We got Scarlet Ninjini. She was the first one out of the box. Yeah. So this lot was maybe not representative of the in-game variants that we usually get, but yeah, we got some. All right. So yeah, we got a bunch of halves here. Got top of a blast zone, which I have plenty of. I got another rattle top. I got a boom jet top, which I have on the half shelf already. We got free ranger bottom, which I also have on the half shelf. And ooh, who knows what that one is? The good news is on the half shelf, we have the top. So, assuming this works, looks like we got ourselves another Doomstone. And that's why I saved the half shelf. Plasma Admin, no Dark Spyros today, but I may have gotten some in earlier this week. I don't know. I'd have to double check, but that's why I put the preview video out on Saturday mornings before the update, so you can check out what's coming in to the shop. Yeah, Doomstone, we got him. All right, so I'm gonna put these aside for now, and we have one more item. This item is for me. This item was wrapped in a lot of bubble wrap. I know it's not complete. But I got a decent price on it, so I took a shot with it. And that, my friends, is what we call a glow-in-the-dark Warnado. Which means I only have one more glow-in-the-dark figure left for my collection. I recently got Wrecking Ball. I already had, Cinder, Sonic Boom, and Fright Rider. Now I need glow-in-the-dark Zap. And of course, that's the one I wanted the most. So I wish I could get my hands on Zap, but I will gladly take Glow in the Dark Tornado. So there it is. Am I gonna put the other two up for sale and just keep? No, I'm gonna keep it in the packaging like this. I do not plan to take Warnado out of this packaging. I want to keep him safe, untouched. If anybody has ever had a glow in the dark figure, they get real dirty real fast. especially when around other figures. So I'm gonna keep him as protected as possible, even though like the backing isn't here. But I'm gonna keep him in this case for now and call it a day. So yeah, that is my big purchase. This is the addition to my collection this week, and I'm very happy about it. Wait, you can get a glow in the dark Zap for 15 pounds. Please send me a link. I want to see that. Oh man. Yeah. That's not at all the prices we have here in the US. Andy, that would take me too long to figure out right now. Someday I'll have answers for you. Tornado was much harder for you to get in Zap. Yeah. I mean, I've been fairly picky about my pricing, right? Like I really don't want to pay too much for these. So this I already paid a little bit more than I want to, but it was it was a decent price. Robert, you may have a Zap. If you have a glow in the dark Zap, yeah, let's talk. Yeah, if you can, yeah, regular Zap for like 15 pounds actually sounds a little bit on the high side, but um, yeah, yeah. Chad, there's probably nothing wrong with the order. We Jillian, my shipping manager, went on vacation the week of Christmas. There's a big notice up on the website said, "Hey, there's going to be a major shipping delay. All if you place the order today, it won't ship until January." Um, so she's been working on that this week when she got back, and all of the uh orders should be caught up today, I believe. So if you ordered before Christmas or during Christmas, like between Christmas and New Year's, like all those orders should be going out this week. Um, but yeah, there was a big notice up on the site, and I try to mention it as much as possible. But yeah, who's better, Zap or Hot Dog? Personally, I say Zap. I'm not really a fan of Hot Dog. Um, but I shouldn't say that. I should say I'm a big fan of Zap. So yeah. Yeah, let's talk gaming. If you actually want to send me a link, um, YouTube won't allow you to drop it in the chat. You'll actually have to uh like email me or send it to me on Twitter or something like that. But yeah. Yeah, if you do have a link, that'd be cool. Chatterbug. Welcome, welcome. Wombo combo. Can you get the Doomstone? Well, it like I said, assuming it works, it'll be up in the shop this weekend, Saturday, 1 p.m. Central Time. So you can prepare for it and check out the shop Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And there you go. There you go. That's your shot to get it. It'll probably go fast, so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll have more than one this week. You never know. This Saturday should be a pretty big update. Courtney, excited for some real auctions this week? Me too. Me too. Um, Kobe, have a good day. Do I think Skylanders will come back this year? No, I don't. Do I hope I'm wrong? Sure. I'd love to be wrong, but no, I don't think it's coming back this year. I think at a minimum, it's going to be 2025 before we see any new Skylanders content. All right, but that's going to be about it. I am going to go drop the auction preview video, not the shop preview, the auction preview video. There we go. So auction preview video coming out right now after this stream, and private auctions Thursday, public auctions Friday, shop update on Saturday. It's a normal week, folks. It's a normal week. Next week, not so much, but this week, we'll try to keep things as normal as possible. So thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for being so lively and positive in the chat. Love to see it. Talk to you soon. Next Friday, or this Friday for the auction stream. We'll be right back here. Come join us. Oh, and hey, there's a discount if you haven't seen it already. Today only. Use the code GOPACKGO in the shop for 15% off. The Packers had a huge win over the Vikings this week, and therefore they hit the maximum discount. 15% off in the shop today. Today only. Go check it out. Have a good day. Bye.